Have you ever wondered how street name signs and traffic signs are created? Well, today I'm going to show you how.
Sign, sign, everywhere a sign. Do this, don't do that. Can't you read the sign?
I'm Cathy Moore, and today we're at the City of Cottage Grove Public Works building. And this is where all the signs are created. This is Les Wick, the sign man for the City of Cottage Grove. So how long have you worked for the City of Cottage Grove?
Over 33 years.
What kind of signs do you make in the sign shop, Les?
In comparing prices with what it costs us to make something versus what it costs a company to make something that they can mass produce, we found that a lot of signs are cheaper to buy. So what we make is virtually the one-of-a-kind type signs. You think all of our street name signs look alike, but they're not alike. Each one is different in that they have a number system. It might be an avenue or it might be a boulevard. So although it has a name that looks alike, they're all different, they're all unique. And that's what we pretty much do here, is make our unique signs.
So what kind of sign are we going to make today?
We need to make a sign for our gas pump right here at Public Works.
So what's the first thing we need to do?
Well, we need to feed the information to the computer, which I've already done, but I'll have you finish it up for us.
Okay.
Now we need to get our vinyl sign cutter ready so we can cut the sign. Cathy, this is the vinyl sign cutter, and a lot of people think that I make signs like a printer at home where it all comes out in one swipe and it gets all the colors. This only cuts one color at a time, and it literally does cut. It doesn't come out with ink. This is actually the color that we have for the signs that we use. And the last sign I made was black, so we need to take that out and we need to replace it with red.
Okay.
Okay, that's good. Now come around to the front. Now that we have the vinyl through, we need to line it all up and make sure it's perfect. And put your hand further down so we get all the slack out. And what you make sure is that it lines up right over here on this side, and you bring it one way or the other to make sure it lines up. It's got an electric eye and it goes through. It's telling the computer how wide our vinyl is. So now we have to go back to the computer and tell it to send that message that we just made in the computer. Okay, now that we have our sign all cut up, the first thing I do is get all the waste away from the sign. Some processes we actually pick out the letters. On this one, we want to leave the letters and pick out the outline.
Why does the Public Works Department do its own signs instead of having another company do them?
In a case like this where we have one sign, it costs money to do the setup. And we do our own setup, and so we don't have to pay extra for that. And should this sign get wrecked or destroyed, we have it already in our computer so we can come back and make it again another time. So it does save money doing it that way.
I also heard a while ago that we started putting up larger street name signs.
Yes.
Why is that?
The state had made a mandate that the street name signs had to be larger in order for the older generation to be able to see the signs clearer. It took us about 5 years. We had a process where we made all new street name signs throughout Cottage Grove. We just finished doing that project this year. Okay. When we compared the price of what it would cost to have them made somewhere else and what we could make them for, the savings paid for the sign applicator that we have here.
So Les, out of all the signs you've made, what is the one you're most proud of?
It would probably have to be the Welcome to Cottage Grove sign that's on Highway 61 as you're coming southbound and you look to the left. It's on the left-hand side. I had the privilege of designing that myself, and it was fun making it and putting it up. And that's a one-of-a-kind sign that would have cost a lot more to make than what we could make it for. Well, we weeded the sign, and now we need to put it on transfer paper so that we can transfer it over to the reflective material. Now we run it over here to the roller. This is getting all the air out. All right, now we'll just set these aside for a minute and we'll cut the aluminum out.
Okay.
Okay, the next component we need is the reflective material, and we need to put that on the aluminum face. Pull it out to just 18 and a half. Okay, now we're ready to put the reflective material on the aluminum face. So you line it up so you have a little over. And now we need to run it through our roller.
Okay.
Perfect. Okay, now we need to trim it.
So thanks, Les, for showing us how to create a sign today.
You're welcome. Thank you for stopping by.
So the next time you drive around the city, take a look at all the signs and think of Les. Till next time, I'm Cathy Moore.